That's right, only $449.95. We are located in Miami and Fort Lauderdale.
We're gonna save you money.
I'm attorney Jason Pearl, and the insurance companies just hate me. It's because I fight for huge settlements for car accident victims, often life-changing settlements. If you've been injured in a car accident, call me today at 855-JASON-WINS.
This is South Florida's Most Watched News. Most Watched News. Now at 10. A plane plunging right into a South Florida neighborhood.
I actually saw the plane come over the power line.
We hear from Good Samaritans who did not think twice to help. Fire fright, a live wire fueling flames, leaving a Fort Lauderdale neighborhood on edge. Trial time, one of the world's largest automakers facing a jury set to decide whether a popular feature is liable for damages. A story of survival, the only woman to make it out alive of one of Cuba's biggest aviation tragedies, now sharing her story more than 6 years after the plane crash. Plus, an 86-year-old with a clear goal in mind to jump out of a plane 1,000 times. All right, good morning, South Florida. We are so glad to have you with us. I'm Tavares Jones.
And I'm Heather Walker, in for Alex Yarmes today in Florida at 10. Starts right now.
This is 7 News Today in Florida.
I still can't get over that woman in her 80s skydiving. I can't wait to see that story. Okay, right now, though, let's get to your weather. A live view over Miami skyline on this Monday morning. But our weather, it's changing.
Yeah, the calm before the storm. Let's get you a check of the weather. Meteorologist Erica Delgado in the Plex with the first look for us. Erica, good morning.
Tavares, you named it a calm before the storm, and that's exactly what South Florida is seeing so far on this Monday morning. We'll be following a westward moving disturbance in the Atlantic. That area of low pressure will be crossing Florida in the next day or so, and as it does, we could see some development once it reaches the Gulf side. But in the meantime, risk for heavy rain will continue for Florida through at least the middle of the work week. And right now, we have a flood watch that will begin at 2 p.m. today for Broward and Miami-Dade. It does include Palm Beach as well. We're looking at anywhere between 1 to as high as 5 inches of rain, with some possible higher amounts, especially once the rain begins to get going. The flood watch will run from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. today. In addition to the heavy rain, we're also under an elevated risk for isolated severe thunderstorms. Again, heavy rain, lightning, and gusty winds will be the main threats for South Florida. We're dry, though, now, but you'll notice winds are coming out of the west, northwest, and that means that showers and storms will eventually push in our direction, but not until this afternoon. You can already see the general flow of those storms moving from north to south across portions of the Gulf waters. We'll have to watch those as they move a little closer to the Florida Keys. Have that rain gear with you. Don't let the quiet conditions fool you. We'll be quiet through the first half of the day, and then showers and storms do move in later this afternoon. Closer look at your forecast is coming up in a few minutes.
Now at 10, Good Samaritans racing to rescue a group of people trapped inside a wreck moments after a small plane crashed in a South Florida neighborhood. 4 people are now in the hospital.
And this morning, we're hearing from one of those people who pulled the victims from the wreckage. 7's Jordan Segundo is in Pembroke Pines with the story.
New footage taken Monday morning shows the mangled mess and aftermath after this Cessna plane plunged down into this Pembroke Pines neighborhood Sunday night.
You can hear it like decelerating, and it just smacked the tree. Once it smacked the tree, we confirmed that, you know, the plane did hit the tree and it hit the ground.
The loud crash shocking residents who came rushing out to the site to help rescue those trapped inside.
The neighbor from across the street, he had a fire extinguisher trying to put the fire out. My neighbor, where the plane actually crashed, he had a water hose hosing the plane down. Another.
But it's like he's trying to run a one-man band out there. Behind his seat, and he's coming. This is a make-or-break season. He's got to make an impact. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody in the building right now. Welcome back. We are here. It is July 14th. Wow, this month is already blown by as well. Holy shit, what's going on, people in the chat? We got a lot to talk about today. We're talking about Donald Trump. Is it possible he could remain in office in 2028? A lot of people coming into the chat right now have a lot to say, but coming into the chat this morning on Monday, holy shit. Welcome back, everybody, to the Brandon Mason Show. Welcome back. We got a lot to talk about. Coming to the chat today. Good morning to you, everybody that's in the building right now. Good morning to you. Chrome in the building. How you feeling? You know Chrome got his special effect.
Make some noise!
Lovey Brown in the building. Jeff Lee. Donald Plump in the building. Welcome to the show. Nathan, Pitbull Mama, Tracy, all our beautiful moderators coming into the chat this morning. How are you? Brittany's in the chat. How are you? Welcome to you. Good morning to you. Haven't seen you since coffee 30 minutes ago. How's everybody in the chat doing? Let me see. Let me scroll up. Captain. Let me go up and see who else is in the chat. And I got to move on up. Lala's in the building. Amani, how are you feeling? Let me go on up all the way up. People here early this morning. If I missed you, I apologize. Mile high in the freaking building. Welcome to the show. We love it. Appreciate you, Jeff Lee. How are you feeling? Welcome back, everybody in the chat right now. Over 50 people live. We just started. Let me tell you something, everybody. Yes, if you look at the bottom of the screen, I'm going to dive into this conversation. A lot of people will say, yep, he can do it. A lot of people say, nope. I'm going to break it down for you right now. I got videos. I got pictures. I got confirmation. I got information that you got to hear right now in the chat right now. If you voted for Trump, you're excited about Trump, put Trump in the chat right now. If you're not excited about Trump, then just put USA in the chat and show some love to our beautiful country. That's all you got to do. Put Trump or put USA or put both, whatever you want in the chat right now. This is important. We'll get it going again in the chat. Say whatever you got to say. Republicans, Democrats, you're all welcome in here. I appreciate you. I don't care what side you're on. We're going to talk about it in the building right now. You can put Trump. You can put USA. A lot of people believe in a lot of things that are happening. Some people say, I don't like this, I don't like that. And I get it, right? In the chat right now, we're going to dive into some videos, some pictures, some clips, and I'm going to show you some. Let's get started with that first and foremost. As I scroll down on my list, we have a lot to talk about. And we're talking about one thing I will tell you. This has been a year since he was actually, I guess, the attempted assassination, if you will, right? We're going to show that in just 1 second as a reporter came up and said, hey, how do you feel this morning after this being like a year since you've been down that road, yada, yada, yada. We're going to dive in that right now. Let's take a look at this clip.
On this one-year anniversary of Butler, what was going through your mind this morning when you woke up? I know that you're praising God you're alive, but a lot of people want to know how you're taking this day on this one-year anniversary.
God was protecting me. Maybe because God wanted to see our country do better or do really well, make America great again. But God was protecting me, Brian. I'll tell you, it's the more you think about it, the more you see it. But no, I don't like to think about it much. You know, I have a job to do, so I don't like to think about it much. It's a little bit of a dangerous profession being president, but I really don't like to think about it too much. I think you're better off not thinking about it.
Well, I will tell you this. We all saw, welcome to the show right now. People that are in the building right now, smack that like button as we get ready to hit 100 people in the chat this morning already. What I want to tell you is, people that are in here live, I want to break something down. A lot of people in here, you can love somebody, you can hate someone, you can love a lot of stuff Trump's doing, you can not like certain things. You might not understand a lot of things, which is what I want to tell you right now. Some people coming in the chat are like, you know what, I like this, or I didn't like that. Well, guess what? If you really dive into it and understand politics in a different way, you might understand things a little bit more of why he does certain things. And you might say, you know what? I really approved of him. And then now I'm like, you know what? I just don't like this or I don't like that, which is okay. People, you're never going to like everybody. Listen, you're married to somebody right now. You're in a relationship. Do you love every single possible little detail? Maybe how they look, maybe how they talk. Maybe you're hanging out with them, but there's always something you're like, God, I wish you didn't do that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you love the person unequivocally, but you're still like, this one thing, if you snore, God, I wish you didn't snore. You know what I mean? Little tiny little things that should not matter, but at the end of the day, we're talking about this for a reason. Let's dive into that right now. I'm going to read something to you right now so you guys can understand something. Is it possible? Is there a loophole is the question that people are saying. Now, the 12th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution says someone ineligible to be president cannot be vice president. Okay, that's the first thing. The 22nd Amendment says no person shall be elected to office of the president more than twice. Hold on a second. Now, that seems like it's pretty clean, cut out, right? Easy to understand, but it isn't. Listen to this. The 12th Amendment does not mention ascension to presidency by resignation. Pay attention, people in the chat right now. If you're watching live, put what state you're based in right now. What state are you based in? Drop it in the chat right now. I'm going to break something down for you. And out you, Diggs in the building. Will I am. How are you feeling? I'm going to say all your names. Rakib in the building. Welcome to the show. Drop your states in the chat right now. Let everybody know watching where you're from. As you have over 100 people in the building.
Make some noise!
let me break this down. Okay, listen to this, people. All right, you have to pay attention. Now, the 12th Amendment doesn't mention ascension to presidency by resignation. Trump is only ineligible via the 22nd Amendment by being elected president. Now, elected president. It doesn't directly say you can't be president. It says you can't be elected president. So take a look at this. Now, the 12th Amendment is mainly meant to cover eligibilities for the office of vice president, such as being at least 35 or being born in the U.S., right, to become president. Trump would therefore not be eligible to run as vice president. It says, as he is not disqualified under the 22nd Amendment since he has not been elected to office as president for more than twice. So pay attention to this. Therefore, giving him a favorable conservative interpretation, J.D. Vance could be elected president and step down for Trump. You guys hear what I'm saying right now in the building? 150 people in the chat right now. Listen to what I'm saying. If you're here right now for the first time, put first time. If you've been here before, we love and appreciate you. Listen to this. I want you guys to hear this, okay? This is the last time I'll say it. Therefore, giving favorable conservative interpretation, J.D. Vance could be elected president and step down for Trump. This is a warning. This is what people are saying on Reddit. They're saying the people that don't like him, they're saying it's a warning. The people that love him are saying this is a great opportunity. I'm looking here on all different boards and everything. They're stating it's possible, okay? They're stating it's possible. I know a lot of people are like, I love that. Some people are like, I don't like that. Let's go through something I want to show you right now. Let's take a look at Trump. I'm going to turn the sound down. But hold on a second. Take a look. Donald Trump growing up, New York military academy. Into the 60s, right? Into the 60s, Bill Trump, Marlon, John Elizabeth Trump, and Sonny Minister. Go into the 70s now, 1970s. Get married, okay, in the 70s, and into the 80s. Okay. But it's just one of time, 1976, we can settle there. Now into the 90s, okay? Trump Hotel Casino, right? North Suffolk, in the 2000s. Trump University books, okay? Now in 2010, moving up. 2014, sworn president. Now we're into 2020, 21, second term as president of the United States. What I want to tell you is when I'm watching this stuff, and when I use the word heroic, don't sit back and go, well, because you love Trump. Forget Trump for a second. What I find to be heroic is someone that gets up, puts their boots on, buttons their shirt, whatever they do, and they're up against a mission, and they accomplish amazing things when people said you couldn't do it, right? I find that to be heroic. Now, outside of politics, outside of Republican, outside of Democratic, I'm saying I find it to be pretty damn amazing for someone to have your back up against the wall and people with 34 felonies. I'm just saying how he did that. Now, if this was a Democrat, I'd say, holy shit, heroic. How could someone do that? Such a thing, right? 34 felonies, he still gets in office, right? And people in the chat, if you love Trump, you know what I'm talking about, you're excited about it. People that don't are like, what the hell? But he does do that. Now, let's take a look at this clip real quick. I want to talk about something. This is what's happening right now. Take a look.
We begin with new tariffs slapped on Europe and Mexico. President Trump today announcing new tariff letters dispatched to members of the European Union, imposing a 30% tariff on imports that starts August 1st. European leaders reacted swiftly, saying they will continue trade talks but consider countermeasures. They plan to meet tomorrow in Brussels to respond. How is the president justifying this new 30% tariff on both the European Union and Mexico?
Well, the president, as you said, is threatening to put these 30% tariffs on Mexico and the European Union, which, by the way, are two of the biggest trading partners of the United States. And the president is both talking about politics and about economics in justifying these moves. I want to read to you part of what the president posted today. He said, Mexico has been helping me secure the border, but what Mexico has done is not enough. Mexico still has not stopped the cartels who are trying to turn all of North America into narco trafficking playground. And then he has on the European Union, we have had years to discuss our trading relationship with the European Union and have concluded that we must move away from these long-term, large and persistent trade deficits. So that's what the president's saying. We're seeing pushback from both Mexico and the European Union. Mexico said that they're continuing to be in negotiations with the United States, but that they have told the United States directly that they believe this 30% tariff is unfair. The European Union is also saying that they are one of the most open economies in the world, but they also said if if they have to, that they will now institute reciprocal tariffs, which could then make this all sort of escalate, because President Trump has said if either Mexico or the European Union try to retaliate, then the tariffs could go up even higher.
So here comes the tariff conversation again, right? And people that are in the chat right now, I want to be clear what I was stating. When I say heroic, that is a term that I use when I believe someone is accomplishing something that the whole world's up against you. They can't do it. It's impossible. Back up against the wall. And when I use Trump as someone there, I'm saying 34 felonies is like, holy shit, right? Let's be honest. If you in the chat had one felony, your ass is done. Like, you're not going to be able to go out there and become president. Trump's got 34 of them. Okay, so either those felonies were bullshit, right? If you're watching live right now, smack that like button. If we get to 100 likes in the next 30 seconds, I'll give someone $200 right now in the chat. If we get to 100 likes on this show in the next 30 seconds, I'll give a lucky person $200 in the chat right now. All you got to do if you're watching live, like this right here on your screen, just double tap your screen. Or if you are on Android, you got to hit those three dots and do that. People in the chat right now, what I said about heroic was simply that. Now, let's get another piece of the pie right now. What has he done? What has he accomplished? Obviously, the conversation now, deporting immigrants, all that. Now, people are getting upset about Melania. So let's show that clip, because I got to show both 200 people in the chat right now. Can Trump become president in 2028? If you're just joining us, put love Trump, put Trump in the chat, or put impeach if you don't like him, or put USA. Drop it right now in the chat. Now we got 200 people in the chat right now. Put it in the damn chat while I show you this clip, and let me know how you think about this.
I will not deport my wife. She is my family.
Trump is now being asked to deport his own wife. A viral petition with thousands of signatures is demanding that Trump apply his immigration policies to his own family, starting with Melania, who came from Slovenia in the 1990s, became a U.S. citizen in 2006, and later brought her parents under the chain migration process Trump claims to oppose. And what about Barron, their son? People are now calling him an anchor baby, the same term Trump used against immigrant families for years. The message is clear. If these rules apply to everyone else, they should apply to you too. Congresswoman Maxine Waters is even calling for an investigation into the immigration status of Melania's parents. Did they overstay visas? Did they come undocumented? No answers yet. Because here's the truth. Overstaying a visa is a crime. Crossing undocumented is too. So why is Trump's family exempt? This isn't just outrage, it's a cry from immigrants who work.
So this is a question I got. Let's say that's true. Let's say that's true, right? Here's the problem I got. If the Democrats are being so upset about these illegal immigrants being here, undocumented, nobody knows who they are, and they're upset that they got to go, rather. Democrats are upset, a lot of them are upset that they have to go and they're being, attacked by ICE and all this. If they're upset about that, these are undocumented people, right? They're not voicing that at all. But then for Melania, they're like, well, she got to go. She got to go. It's like, okay, well, if she got to go, they all got to go, right? At least make up your mind. If you think they should go, then if you don't think they should go, then you should be protecting Melania as well. You should stay even keel. Like, they shouldn't go, and Melania should not go either. Like, stand up for everybody. Forget what he's doing. Stand up and go, she shouldn't go, they shouldn't go. Or it should be, they should go and she should go. Whatever you want to say. But she's obviously documented. These are undocumented people that people are really upset about. And I'm just giving you the reality. People in the chat right now, if you're watching live, over 270 people in the chat. All love to you. If you're watching live right now, what state are you based in? One more time, drop your freaking states in the chat right now. Where the hell are you based? Why I show this clip right now. I want to show you guys something interesting that you guys must hear. We're going to get into Russia, get in Ukraine in just 1 second. But I want to ask you guys some questions here, and let's take a look at this. This is interesting. Take a look at this clip here.
A few weeks after the strikes that you ordered on the nuclear facilities in Iran, there is an Iranian official who says you, President Trump, have done something that he can no longer sunbathe in Mar-a-Lago. As you lie there with your stomach to the sun, a small drone might hit you in the navel. It's very simple. Do you think that's a real threat? And when is the last time you went sunbathing anyway?
It's been a long time. It's been a long time. I don't know. Maybe I was around 7 or so. I'm not too big into it. Yeah, I guess it's a threat. I'm not sure it's a threat, actually, but perhaps it is.
So now we're diving into some conversation. Obviously now Iran obviously is a little pissed off, and people are saying that they're looking out for Trump. And if he's sunbathing out there, We are going to be coming over there. Shout out to the 450 people in the chat right now watching freaking live in the building right now. You guys know what I'm talking about right now. How are you feeling right now? Donald J. Plump said, by Trump's definition, Melania should go. You can't say they should go, but my wife gets to stay. Hey, listen, I'm going to pin that to the top. Is that a conversation? If you're in the chat right now, we have 450 people. Put love Trump or put in the chat impeach or put USA right now in the chat. Put love Trump right now in the chat. Put Trump if you're a Trump supporter, or put impeach, or put no, or put USA. Put whatever you want. Drop a message in the chat, though, so I can shout you out, because if I haven't seen your name yet today, I want to make sure that I say something to you right now. Let's take a look at this clip right here, because we got a lot of things we're talking about. We're talking about things that he's accomplished. We're going to get at some of this stuff right now. Let me slide this over and take a look.
Think about this new bill that's going to basically eliminate no capital gains tax on home sales to be able to free up the money. People who've owned a house for a long time can't afford to pay the capital gains.
Yeah, well, we're looking at that, and it could be a very big positive. I don't think for you, because you make so much money, it doesn't matter. But I think it's going to be a great incentive for a lot of people that really need money.
So between that and Jerome Powell stepping down, that could really boost home sales.
Well, I think if Jerome Powell stepped down, it would be a great thing. I don't know that he's going to, but he should.
If you guys aren't familiar, obviously he's been talking about lowering taxes, lowering interest rates, all this kind of stuff, which is important, people. I bought my house at 2.9. At the time when I purchased my house, it was very expensive. I would not have been able to buy it if the interest was 8-9%. When it got up to when obviously Biden was in office, Kamala Harris, all that, I would not have been able to buy my house. Just saying. Now, obviously, when he was there, he brought it all the way down to 2%, which was great in protecting the military. By the way, if you're in the military right now, you are freaking set up. One of my friends told me, yeah, I don't have capital gains. Obviously, I don't have taxes in general. I don't pay mortgage insurance. He said he doesn't have down payment. He's got the VA. I mean, all these things for military, God bless them. If you're in the military right now, we greatly appreciate you. If you're watching live and you're in the freaking military or we're in the military, we love you. We appreciate you. I don't give a damn if you're Republican, Democrat, white, black, Spanish, fat, skinny. I don't give a damn where you live. Socioeconomic values don't matter to me. What matters to me, you protected our country. Thank you so much. If you're joining us right now, let us know. Let's get to this clip here. I got some things I want to show you. Some interesting conversation. If you're just joining us right now for the first time, let's take a look at this.
So yesterday, you said that you were not sure who ordered the munitions halted to Ukraine. Have you since been able to figure that out?
Well, I haven't thought about it because we're looking at Ukraine right now and munitions, but I have not gone into it.
What does it say that such a big decision could be made inside your government without you knowing?
I would know. If a decision was made, I will know. I'll be the first to know. In fact, most likely I'd give the order, but I haven't done that yet. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, you have sent more weapons to Ukraine, as you said last night. Last week, the Pentagon paused some shipments of weapons to Ukraine. Did you approve of that pause?
We want to put defensive weapons because Putin is not treating human beings right. He's killing too many people. So we're sending some defensive weapons to Ukraine, and I've approved that.
So who ordered the pause last week?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me?
I think that's a question.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So we have a crowd. I want to go into a couple things here. Obviously, Iran, what Trump did, whenever handled Iran, took care of it. Some people love and hate it, whatever. Deporting immigrants, that's a conversation and question we have on here. America voted for Trump for the things that he said he was going to do. And then when Trump went out there and did this stuff, people were like, well, why'd he do that? He said he was going to do that. Like, this is what I'm trying to get into right now, whether you're a Trump supporter or not a Trump supporter. And again, I'm telling you, I go based upon what I see and what I believe and what I really understand, right? If you take a look at the states, Democratic states like California, okay? If you ask me, beautiful state, going to shit in a lot of ways. Not because of Republicans is all I'm trying to say. If you go to places like, New York was getting really shitty. The police we were scared to work. The subways were getting bad. Starting to clean up a little bit. Obviously, Trump believes in police. And I don't believe in any police officer that's racist or any of that, obviously. But people need to be able to do their jobs. People that are out here right now, 500 people in the building. Everybody put 500 in the chat right now. If you're watching live, put 500 in the chat. And let's ask that question again now that we're getting rocking and rolling here. Do you love Trump or do you want him to impeach? In the chat right now. Do you want him to be impeached? In the chat right now. I'm putting it right now. Everybody looking at the chat right now. Love Trump right? Or impeach. Let me see it right now. You guys are talking amongst yourselves. I'm going to see what the hell you guys think. Now we have 500 freaking people in the chat. We got 900 people in the building right now. If you're watching live, 900 freaking people in the building right now. I want to know from everybody. Don't come in the damn chat and not type a damn thing. If you come in the chat right now, you better come in and type something in the chat. Put Trump, put love Trump, or put impeach. Let me see it right now. I want to see it from everybody watching live. I want you guys to be involved. I don't come on this damn live stream to talk to myself. I come on this damn live stream to talk to every single one of you. That's why this live stream is so much better. I got a screen right here that shows me everybody in the damn building right now. Put it in the chat right now and make sure you hit that like button. Now that we have all these damn people in here, I will give you guys a chance to make some money. If we get to 200 likes in the next minute, I'll give a lucky one of you $200 right now. If we get to 200 likes, all you got to do is double tap the screen, people. If you're watching like this, double tap your freaking screens right now. If we get to 200 likes in the next minute, I'll give a lucky one of you $200 freaking dollars right now. If you're on your Android, you got to hit those freaking 3 dots or whatever. Big time in the building. How we feeling? Savvy, Alfred, Erica, Ian, Scott, John, how are you? TD, Graham in the building, Frank in the chat. How the hell are you feeling? Welcome to the show. If you're watching live for the first time, let us know. Let us know right now. Gun Fun in the building. How you feeling? Is it G-Hun or is it Gun Fun? Let me know what it said. Ramon, how you feeling? Behavioral Bender in the chat. How are you feeling? If you're watching live for the first time, we greatly appreciate you. Let me get to some of these clips. So Gavin Newsom out there in California, I'm not saying he's a bad person. I'm not saying that I don't like him personally. I'm just saying I don't know if he's handled California in the right light. I think he wants to protect his people, right? Trump comes out there with ICE and all these, like, oh, these are my people. I get that, and I really appreciate that, by the way. But do you think Gavin Newsom is great at his job? Do you think that he's out there taking care of California in a way that Californians want to do the thing? I got to tell you, a lot of those people moving to Florida, boy. A lot of people in California moving to Florida. Celebrities on up coming here going, I'm so glad I'm here. Let's show that clip right now. Let me know how you feel
Trump,
about this.
You win. 5,000 troops, go home now. You got me. You own the lib. You showed how tough you are. You've had the display of vulgarity from my perspective or strength from your perspective at MacArthur Park. Can we now just go back? You've arrested 3,000 people in the last few months. Well done. The vast majority apparently don't have criminal records. You made your point. A lot of people are self-deporting. We're, by the way, hearing a lot of that. And I guess that's part of the point. You got all this new money. Can we do it to be a little more constructive and advance a bill on amnesty and immigration reform? Address those who have been here 10 years paying taxes, 15, 20 years. And by the way, in California was a survey done, very reputable survey, 69% of the undocs in my state have been in the state over a decade.
We need these people in this country. And I do think that the economy is going to face some consequences. I think it already probably is. Why is nobody on the right or the left trying to fix the actual immigration policy?
I think because the politics, I mean, we're rewarded for bad behavior, man. Trump says the right things on this. He wants first-round draft choices around the best in the world. Love that, man. Let's get the best in the goddamn right. You want to talk about AI? 50% of the AI researchers are Chinese, man. It's an economic imperative, diversity. I'm sorry, I know that offends some people. There's a business case to be made there. I know that's woke.
You know, I loved how he put that at the end there. I'm a fan of how he put that. I do believe in diversity. I believe everyone should be in that light, right? And so far, 63% of people said no, that Trump should not. In the chat right now, I got to call it out right now. So far, 63 people said that. C-Dub, you're completely out of your mind. Don't ever come in here with that saying, I hate this country. This country's amazing. Biracial, I love what he just said about that, by the way, how diversity is so important for this country. What's confusing, though, is undocumented diversity. That's the problem that people have. People in the chat right now, now we have 1,000 people in the chat. Let's see it again right now. Put Trump in the chat right now. Put Trump in the chat right now. And let me just eliminate this person who's coming here right now because he's coming here putting crazy stuff for people in here. If you're in the chat right now, put Trump or put impeach. Drop it in the chat right now, people. And this is something, obviously, that people come in. This is controversial. I get it. If people are like, it's controversial. You know, I love Trump. I hate Trump. Put it in the chat right now. I wonder how you feel. Because when you look at this, and I just read it to you, people that are coming in the chat right now for the first time are like, is it possible that Trump could become president? Listen, I talked about the 22nd Amendment, 12th Amendment. The way that he could become president, he cannot be elected by the people for a third term. But if J.D. Vance is elected, right, or another, you know, if J.D. Vance is elected, right, or maybe another vice president, he could step down and Trump could become the president again for a third term. This is reality, people. This is reality. People come to the chat right now, and I'm showing you this stuff. And again, I show you these clips because I show everything. People come in the chat talking about, oh, well, he does I don't like this country. Get the hell out of here, bro. I'm giving both sides here. Don't come with the dumb shit. You guys know I got to give you the reality. People in the building right now, I give the reality of what's going on. I'm giving you some information so you guys can take a look at it and see how you feel about it. Whether you love Trump, hate Trump, I'm just showing you some things that you got to see. Let's take a look at this clip here. This was something that was brought to the attention with Trump speaking. Let's take a look.
Several families we've heard from are obviously upset because they say that those warnings, those alerts didn't go out in time, and they also say that people could have been saved. What do you say to those families?
Well, I think everyone did an incredible job under the circumstances. This was, I guess Christie said, a 1 in 500, 1 in 1,000 years. And I just have admiration for the job that everybody did. There was just admiration. Only a bad person would ask a question like that, to be honest with you. I don't know who you are, but only a very evil person would ask a question like that. I think this has been heroism. This has been incredible, really, the job you've all done. It's easy to sit back and say, oh, what could have happened here or there, Maybe we could have done something differently. This was a thing that has never happened before. And nobody's ever seen anything. I've never seen anything like this. I've gone to some real bad ones. I've never seen anything like this. So I admire you, and I consider you heroes and heroine. And I think you've done an amazing job.
About the flood out there, people were like, oh my God, Trump, look how Trump handled the flood. It was like, did you remember when there was a flood going on in Carolina and people were like praising Biden because, like, this is what I'm saying. I look at both sides of the freaking coin. I got to go, did a great job? Did a great job? Or did a shitty job? Did a shitty job. If you're gonna say that Trump did a bad job, then why didn't they say that when the shit was going on in Carolina? It's all I'm saying. I'm not getting on here saying you got to be a Trump supporter. I'm not coming on here saying that you got to be a Biden supporter. I'm not coming on here saying that you should have voted for Kamala Harris, or now you need to think about, running with freaking Elon Musk for his A New America party. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is call a spade and live and die by the sword. Like, love what someone does, or, you know what I'm saying? You can't be like, well, obviously we had Barack Obama was in office. He was sending immigrants out too. No one said anything. Trump gets in, he sent him out. Oh, bad person, racist. That's all I'm saying. Call a spade a spade. And I will tell you this, those Spanish people, they do some amazing things. They build some great things at some record times with some great prices. There's some out there that don't know what the hell they're doing. They learn on the job and they figure it out. But I'm just saying, we do need those people. But all I'm saying is America, I believe, wants them to be here legally, right? That's the thing. People want them to be here legally. Let's take a look at this. Tom Homan lashes out at Hector, challenged him to a fight. Let's take a look at this one.
Wait 3 or 5 years. Pardon me?
Are you an MS-13 member? It says so.
Hey, that's okay. Why don't you come up here and hand me that picture? Bring it. This guy wouldn't know it's like to serve his nation. This guy ain't got the balls to be an ICE officer. He hasn't got the balls to be a Border Patrol agent. This guy lives in his mother's basement. The only thing that surprises me, you don't have purple hair and a nose ring. Get out of here, you loser. And you're such a badass. Meet me off stage in 13 minutes and 50 seconds. I guarantee you, he sits down to pee. Guaranteed.
Hey, I'm just saying, he did call it like it was up there. And look, people in the chat right now, if you're a Republican, put Republican in the chat right now. If you're a Democrat, put Democrat in the chat right now. Drop it in there right now. Drop it in the chat. Tracy, I appreciate that. Some people don't know. Obviously, I'm a freaking, double major, on the dean's list. You can go look the shit up. I mean, it isn't like I don't know what I'm talking about. I bring it to the attention to make sure that people look at both sides, right? If you're a racist person, I don't like you, period, right? If you prove to me you're a racist person, I don't like you at all, right? Donald Trump, people would say, oh, he's a racist. Well, I don't know. He's just saying, use some bad umbros, using terms like that. He didn't rent to a black family because he didn't want them to be in his house. Like, that's all I really got. I need proof of things, right? I don't really have information to say that. So that's why I don't speak on that. If he would come on there and say some racist comment to me or my family or something that I saw, I would be like, not a fan of that person. I have to get to what I do like and what I don't like. And that's why when I show this stuff up on the screen here, we have deporting immigrants. I don't love these people to go, but I do love to know who's here in this country, documented people in this country. Donald Trump being military focused, look at our military, building our military. I happen to love that very much. Bottom of screen, interest rates. I happen to love the fact that he wants to bring the interest rates down. I happen to love that very, very much. People in the chat right now, if you're watching live and you're like, you don't like that, well, guess what? If he lowers the interest rates, guess what? All of our prices come down. Mortgages prices come down. Guess what? Rent comes down. If my price of my, first off, price of houses, right, can go up if people like interest rates is down, right? I get that. But people can afford more. People can afford more. And when that happens, they have the ability to have a better price. So rent can actually come down. My rent rate, if I were to rent my house out, you're paying like $15,000 a month. My house. You want to rent it out? If the interest rates come down, right, people buy, and you come in and you go, you know what? I move this around, I move money around, things are happening. Guess what? I can rent my house at a better rate. People are going to love some of these things. They just don't know it yet. They don't know. People that are here for the first time trying to buy a house. Do you own your house? Can you afford to buy your house right now? A lot of people can't, including myself. This house I want to go buy, can't do it right now. Shit's too high. It comes down, I could buy more. People here, first-time home buyer, you have an opportunity to do that. Again, we're not on here saying that Trump does everything right. That's not the point of the show right now. I'm not on here saying that Trump is perfect. But what I am saying right now, hold on, let me take a look at this real quick. Let me give you guys a chance to make some money real quick. If you look at the chat real fast, I'm going to put in there, smack that like button right now, people watching live. If we get to 200 likes, I'll give you guys a chance to make money again. Over 700-800 people in here. If we get to 200 likes in the next minute, I'll give a lucky one of you right now, $100 in the chat right now. Real simple, want to make money? Drop it in the chat right now. Hit that freaking like button to give you guys a chance to make some money. And put Trump or put impeach. Let's see it. So far, 64% people said that they don't think he's going to get a second term. So I'm gonna pin some of these messages up that are in here right now. And no, I am not a cult. Just so you guys know, people come in the chat, I am not a cult. We got moderators in here that come. I have to speak. I have Republican moderators. I have Democrat moderators. I have to speak from the heart. When he stands up against China, I happen to love it. I think it's a wonderful thing. Not to hurt China, but to say, you're going to put tariffs on us, we're going to put them back. If you take them away, let's have a nice free enterprise, like really nice business, trade zone shit going on. Love it, love it, love it, right? Now, importing immigrants. Do I like it? I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't think it's cool. I'm not like, oh, let's, see ICE going in people's houses. But I do know, we had people on the show last week, several people on the show calling in and special guests on the show. And when they came in, they were like, well, and the gentleman came on, he said, I think that you shouldn't be worried about people. You go to a football stadium and you sit in there, you're not scared about people in the stadium. I'm like, that is a that's an area where there's police and, people watching and people, you come into the stadium, they can see undocumented people walking down your damn street is a problem. That's all I'm saying. We just don't know who they are. It's a problem. I'm not saying I want to go out there and be like, you got to go. I mean, it feels like shit, especially kids. People being separated from their family. That's not what I want at all. But I am saying I'm in favor of making sure our country feels safer because we know who those people are. You guys with me right there? If you guys get me right there, put a Y in the chat right now. Put a Y in the chat right now if you agree with me. Put an N in the chat if you do not. I'm asking you guys in the chat right now, put a Y if you agree. Put an N if you don't. And I'm not saying that he does everything perfect. I'm just saying I want us to feel safer as a nation. That's all I'm saying. If you want a safe nation, put a Y in the chat right now. I mean, safety is number one. I'm not telling you that these Spanish people or people from any country, we just use Spanish because that's always brought up with obviously Mexico being at the border. And then we have people like Venezuela and Cuba and all this people just coming in here. A lot of Spanish, but there's people from all over the world coming here. If you're undocumented, I hate to see these videos that are all focused on Spanish people. I'm going to show those clips right now. There's a clip I want to show you of Spanish people, obviously. And I got the video on the Epstein list that people that wanted to see. I got a bunch of messages said that Trump was on the Epstein list. So we got to show that clip right now and see how you guys feel about this.
I'm not saying it's not there. Who are you going to get to get that?
For instance, who is currently holding, this is way off the topic, but who has Jeffrey Epstein's
Black Book?
Black Book.
FBI.
But who? That is, I mean, there's...
Oh, that's under direct control of the director of the FBI. Just like the manifesto From the Nashville school shooting of the Catholic school?
Yeah.
We still haven't seen that, right? It's not the Nashville police or PD saying we don't want this out. The FBI airmailed into that operation and said this is not getting out. Because they do that because this is another government gangster operation. All these local law enforcement communities get funding from the DOJ and FBI for local programs. And if you don't cooperate, you're not getting your $1 million for this, and you're not getting and that's a lot of money to these local districts. That's how they play the game.
You know, it's the same thing with Epstein's List. It's like, what the hell are these Republicans doing? Oh,
I saw you
give out the list.
I saw you make news this morning about that. I got to get to that.
Yeah.
You say that the FBI has Epstein's List. They're sitting on it. That doesn't seem like something you should do. You're protecting the world's foremost predator. That seems like an evil thing to do, regardless of who may be embarrassed in the release of that list. Why is the FBI protecting the greatest pederast, the largest scale pederast in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list.
That's a problem. And 100% know that. And I made a video on that. I said, they got to release the damn list. Like, if Trump's on that list, we got a big problem with that, right? 100%. Now, as a visitor, as a guest, or as someone who's a client doing something wrong, these are different things. We've seen people at the Diddy party that were not doing bad things. You know, it's not like you have to be a bad person because you're going there. Now, if you're involved in this, got to go. If Trump was involved in that, got to go. Release it, got to go. Regardless if I love how he stands up against China, regardless if I love what he does in business, regardless if I love what he's doing for that, it doesn't matter. If he's on that list, he's got to go, period. That's just the way it is. And people in the chat right now, this isn't about coming in being white, black, or Spanish, or whatever culture you're from. This is about coming into the chat, understanding the reality, and giving you the legal standpoint that he could actually be in office. Trump could be there in 2028. I'm just letting you guys know that right now. Whether you like it or don't love it, I'm just saying in the chat, he could be there. If you're watching live, what state are you based in? Drop it in the chat right now. What state are you based in? Drop it right now. I'll put mine in Miami. And by the way, we want you guys to call in live. We are able to do so. You must use Google Chrome. You cannot use Safari. We realized that was the problem as people were calling in. We have special guests this week. We have a bare knuckle fighter coming on this week. We have a politician coming on this week. And we have another attorney coming on this week. And we are preparing for some NFL players to come on because the NFL season's around the corner. So we're getting ready for that. Sports entertainment. If it's your first time watching live on our show right now, in the chat, put first time. If it's your first time watching our show, in the chat right now, put first time. We're going to welcome you with open arms. You're going to see everybody in the chat right now welcome you. They're going to say something to you. They're going to show you love. They're going to support you. They don't care if you're Republican, if you're a Democrat, if you're independent. We don't care. We love and appreciate you coming into the building right now. Who's in the chat? Let me see people for the first time. First Amendment in the building. How are you doing? Let's go through the list right now. Rich in the building. Agro in the building. How are you feeling? Amari in the chat. Welcome to the show. Britt HW in the chat. Alfredo, welcome to the show. Smith, T Real. How are you feeling? Welcome, first timers. Drop it in the chat right there. There we go. Look, Lala, but we greatly appreciate you, Lala, welcoming them to the show. Everybody, Tim, how are you feeling? Everybody, welcome them to the show right now. Will, how you feeling? Mike, Ronaldo, how are you feeling? Emilio, Deceased, Can, Jen, we appreciate you. Everyone coming to the show for the first time. Harold, welcome to the show. Greatly appreciate you so much. Unlucky coming into the show. Candy in the building. We love and appreciate you. Candy, one of our beautiful moderators. I don't think I said her name yet today, is in the building. Thank you so much. Brittany in here. We appreciate Brittany. Make sure you follow her on all social media. Listen, how are you feeling? Josh, how are you feeling? Welcome to the show. Now that we're going, now that we're moving, I got a chance to mention people's names. Or Alex, welcome to the show. In the chat right now. Let me see. Put Trump right now or put impeach. Because you know what? At this point, I don't think many people are going to go, well, I kind of like, I love Trump, impeach. There's some people that are tiny middle. Diggs, I saw Diggs said he's kind of in the middle. Right now, Trump, impeach. Drop in the chat right now. And you can communicate and let us know why. Tell us why, freaking people in the chat. Let me get these clips lined up right now. I want to show you something here that I got going on that we have not seen. When I thought about Trump for a minute, and I looked in, oh, hold up. You guys coming to the chat right now that are just joining us. Yeah, Melania. People were talking about Melania saying that she should go. If you guys joining us, you didn't see this yet, I'll flash it one more time for you guys to see that.
I will not deport my wife. She is my family.
Trump is now being asked to deport his own wife. A viral petition with thousands of signatures is demanding that Trump apply his immigration policies to his own family. Starting with Melania, who came from Slovenia in the 1990s, became a U.S. citizen in 2006, and later brought her parents under the chain migration process Trump claims to oppose. And what about Barron, their son? People are now calling him an anchor baby, the same term Trump used against immigrant families for years. The message is clear. If these rules apply to everyone else, they should apply to you too. Congresswoman Maxine Waters is even calling for an investigation into the immigration status of Melania's parents. Did they overstay visas? Did they come undocumented? No answers yet. Because here's the truth. Overstaying a visa is a crime. Crossing undocumented is too. So why is Trump's family exempt? This isn't just outrage, it's a cry from immigrants who work, pay taxes, and live under fear. Because the real crime isn't migration. It's using the law to punish the poor while protecting your own. Comment if you believe.
So this is what I'll say. That video was made, and I'm not saying I agree with everything on that video, but if she's from another country, right, and we're having this conversation, I don't believe if you've been here and you went through the system properly and you're going to court. What I don't like, I will tell you this with people that are immigrants and all that. What I don't like is when people are showing up getting driver's license, when they're showing up trying to put their stuff on paperwork, when they're showing up trying to do the right thing, and then ICE is taking them out. That's what I don't agree with. I do agree with the fact that if you're undocumented, just walk around working and doing all this kind of stuff, you got to go back to your country. I do agree with that because it's a safety thing. You're undocumented, whatever. But if you are here and you're going to court, you are here and you're going to get a driver's license, you're showing up. You are here and you're doing things the right way. You're working, especially for years, and you're trying to get you filed for stuff. You're like, I'm trying to do everything I can do. I got that. Then I don't think it's cool whatsoever for ICE to come in and take them out, right? You guys with me right now? Put a Y in the chat if you agree with me right now. Put a Y in the chat if you agree. Put an N if you don't. Trying to give you guys a real narrative right here that makes sense, right? If you are here and you're doing the right things, I'm not saying you're doing the wrong. If you're here doing the right things, you should be able to stay, meaning going to get your paperwork and stuff like that. I see a message on here. Magic said, if you are here illegal, get out. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If, in fact, you're here illegally and you're not taking the protocol steps to get what you got to get, or at least saying, look, showing up, say, look, I don't have the money. I would do it if I had the money. I don't have it, and that's why I don't have my attorney. That's why I don't have the paperwork that I'm trying. Go there and do that. You got my respect. But if you came here illegally and you're not taking those steps and you're just hiding out and, you're not saying that, then you got to go. Listen, it's not that I want that. That is just the reality of every country. And people are so mad about this. Trump's a bad person. This is every country. I got to take my damn glasses off for this. Every single country, for the most part, right, in the world, you go there, stay longer than your visa set. Go there and stay longer than your passport expires, or just stay over there. And you're supposed to be for 30 days. But I always use the Bahamas as an example. They're like, how long are you staying? When are you leaving? Where are you going? Like, legit, that's how it is in the world. And people are so upset when Trump enforces that stuff. And that's why I'm explaining this right now. Okay, that's why I'm explaining this. It has nothing to do with his personality. Great. I'm not going to that. Some people love it. They hate it. That's on you. If you think he's a leader, you don't, that's on you. Standing up against China, I was happy as shit they stood up against China. Why should we not stand up against China? Like, I don't get, in the chat right now, all the people in the building right now, were you happy with how he stood up against China? Yes or no? I'm watching the chat right now. Were you happy that Trump stood up against China? Yes or no? And I got the pictures. I got the pictures of all the shit we covered every single day with Trump standing up against China. And I got videos of people, and the factories over there and how they said they're hurting because they have tariffs and this and that. But I tell you what right now, does anybody in the chat trust this guy? Do you trust this guy? That's the question. Do you trust this guy? Yes or no? And if you're in the position, right, and he's exposed, and I showed you this clip, Trump has exposed for this whole time. I've been showing these clips this whole time. Trump has exposed that, and all these companies that are based in America that said, I'm going to China and building my whole business in China and then buying it for $5, and then all those luxury brands coming over here. I've saved all those videos, and in the last 5 months, 7 months, whatever, and before Trump even got in office, I've been showing these damn clips. And that's why I save them. That's why I replay them. That's why I get more, and I play new ones and I play old ones. Because the reality is, America voted upon the things that Trump is doing. He said, I'm stopping the border. That's what he's doing. People are like, well, and then Democrats go, I know you're not happy about it. They are happy about this. Americans are happy about this because that's what they voted for. They might not like certain things like Iran. Maybe they didn't like that. Maybe they did, right? Maybe they wanted Russia and Ukraine to stop a war early. That didn't happen, right? I get it. But let's show this clip right here because China was exposed. Trump was the one that exposed not only China, but he exposed the ones in our country going over there buying stuff for $5 and ripping people off. Now, it's up to you. You want to go buy a Chanel bag for $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000? That's on you, right? No one held the gun to your head and said, got to buy this bag. But the whole point is he exposed those brands. Let's take a look at this clip. Before I do that, I better make sure that I got the right sound on here. Hold on a second. This is a video that I wanted to show you. Take a look.
Some say as long as there's a tag saying made in China, the bag can never be luxury. However, in fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China. But those luxury brands just won't acknowledge that. They take almost finished bags from China factories back to their own countries and just do the repackaging and logo installing, something like that. That way, the bags will appear at their boutiques as made in Italy or made in France. You know, those sophisticated European countries, which make you feel mysterious, royal, and thus luxury. Now, close your eyes. Let's just do a little, very easy experiment in your head, okay? Imagine that you have Hermes bag and suddenly the label on it changed from made in France into made in China, while everything else like leathers, zippers, and hardware remain the same. Do you suddenly feel that your bag is not as luxury as before? If you do, that means you have been misled and poisoned by the market campaign of those luxury brands for too long. Welcome to the real world. Now you see, those bags are made in China by our intelligent and diligent Chinese artisans. Let's not be poisoned and misled by the market campaign any longer and be a real person. Buy a bag from our factory in China. See
30 luxury brands. Some of their products are made in China. Ralph Lauren, Armani, Nike, Dior, Lululemon, Apple, Michael Kors, Coach, Calvin Klein, Prada, Balmain, Swarovski, Adidas, The North Face, Rimowa, Levi's, Burberry, Versace, Chanel, Cartier, Ferragamo, Timberland, Yves Saint Laurent, Victoria's Secret, Puma, Uniqlo, Disney, Max Mara, Givenchy. The producing cost is only 1/10 of its price. Can you believe it? Hello, Helen.
So I want to look. Trump has exposed a lot of things. People forget. A lot of people now are going, "Holy shit! I could buy over there." And so he's helped a lot of people get in business. The conversation with TikTok now. I don't know if you guys know this, but now apparently there is a buyer for TikTok, which is another big conversation right now. People love TikTok. Some people hate it. I'm going to show you this right now. I said that there is a buyer for TikTok.
We have a buyer for TikTok, by the way. I think I'll need probably China approval, and I think President Xi will probably do it.
Who's buying?
I'll tell you in about 2 weeks.
A big technology company there.
Very, very wealthy people. It's a group of very wealthy people.
You know, the main conversation today when people came to the chat, and by the way, I appreciate all you beautiful people, over 50,000 views this morning. The conversation is this: can Trump become president in 2028? Yes or no in the chat. Yes or no in the chat. It's 60%. We're not no 80-20, 90-10. I said, will Trump become president in 2028 is the question. This isn't how many people support Trump. Every time we come in here, there's like 80% of people support Trump. We're talking about, can he become president or not? That's a question. If you look it up, I'm going to read it to you again. If you haven't understood, people are like, yes or no. I'll read it to you. Will he's a question, but can he is the question that I'm asking now. Can he? And here's the thing. The 12th Amendment, I'll read it one more time. If you guys watching live right now, listen into this. There is a loophole. I want you guys to hear it and understand it. Not is he going to, but can he? Is it possible that he could potentially become president? The 12th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution says someone ineligible to be president cannot be vice president. The 22nd Amendment says no person shall be elected to office of president more than twice. Hold on a second, because it seems pretty clean, cut and dry. But I told you, but the 12th Amendment doesn't mention ascension to the presidency by resignation. So what that means is, if you guys are listening, therefore giving a favorable conservative interpretation, J.D. Vance could be elected president and step down for Trump. People in the chat right now, this is true. A lot of people in the chat don't understand that, and you don't know that. And I'm telling you right now, you might not know, but I'm telling you. Okay, and I got to give both sides. I'm not saying that he's going to win or should win. I'm just telling you the reality. What are the possibilities? Okay, if you're watching live right now, we need 50 people right now to double tap your screens, hit that like button to get to 200 likes right now. We need 50 people watching live to hit that damn like button. Let you guys know you're here today and in the building having conversation. I want you guys to know you guys can call in. Diggs, Can, Dr. Gilly in the building, Chrome, Will I Am. We appreciate you. The Hoop Troop, Mady, Jeff Lee, Paul in the building right now. Everybody coming to the chat. We greatly appreciate you. Brittany in the chat. Love that name. Separated like that. My wife's name. Love that name. Burn, how you feeling? Amani in the chat. Look, I love everybody that comes in here. All right. Everyone coming into the building right now. I want you to understand something. I happen to love everyone that comes in here, people that are watching live. I happen to love every single person. I don't care where you come from. That's why this chat is different than all the other ones. Here we go. We got Nebraska in the house. Here, you know what? While we're watching, before we get off, everyone drop your states in the chat one more time so I can see these states. I'm going to make sure that I say them. Made to Envy Gaming. I love gaming too. Sheila, how you feeling? Hit that like button. Paul, how you feeling? In the chat right now, put your state right now so I can just say it. We got Tennessee in the house. Drop it right now, everybody. We got Texas in the house. We got Florida in the house. We got Georgia in the house. We got Illinois in the house. Illinois. We have Ohio in the house, Kentucky, Washington, Virginia, Oklahoma, North Carolina, Connecticut, New Mexico, Utah. Look at the freaking states in here. Pennsylvania in the building. Missouri in the house. New Hampshire in the house. Wisconsin in the house. We got every freaking state in the damn country. Miami, Florida, Brittany's down here. More people, Virginia, California. Unfortunately, at this time, I see in here 305 80s Freestyle. We love and appreciate you. If you're in the chat right now and you're watching live, let me tell you something. Without you, there's no freaking show. And I tell people this all the time. I have all these monitors. Our new studio opens up. Our new studio, Epstein in the house. Puerto Rico in the house. How you guys feeling out there? I want you guys to understand something. Our new studio opens up downtown Miami August 1st, and our first live day, I think, is August 4th. But the first we move into our new studio, which is amazing because it's been months of waiting around. People in the chat right now. I'm going to show you a couple of the clips right now, but I will tell you how much I appreciate you. You guys have made this amazing. Iran in the house. I see you out here. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Let's go. And guys, sports, entertainment. We got everything right here for you. The updates in the morning. It's going to get a lot better when the season rolls around. We're going to talk about everything all the way from the Eagles to the Cowboys to the Steelers to the Giants to the 49ers, the whole globe. We're going to cover everything NFL right here. We got live guests coming on the show. You guys are going to get a chance to see that as well with the live athletes coming on talking shit. We have a bare knuckle fighter coming on. His ear was split open. We're going to have him come on the show. He got all stitched up. We're going to go over all of that and what it's like fighting bare knuckle. We got clips, what that looks like in the corner when you get stitched after the fight. All this stuff that people don't think about. When you get to the corner and your whole head is split open, you're like, oh shit. Like they're going to give us some updates on that. So we're going to have an amazing time. I really appreciate people coming to chat. Everyone that's in here right now in the building, I don't care what side you're on. Again, I don't care if you're a Republican, if you're a Democrat. I don't care. I give it to you straight. I got friends on both sides. I got family on both sides. Some amazing people that you guys are. And it just is what it is. Paul said, I like my borders with ice. Doctor, who that? Tyler said, who is Brandon Mason? I don't know. You might want to have to go on Google and take a look. Paul said, identify as non-binary. All right. People in the chat, there's some amazing things that are happening in this world. America is a great place, and we got to just make sure we do our best. Alfredo, thank you so much for coming on our show. Jocelyn, greatly appreciate you. Burn, we appreciate you. Nobody in the chat, we appreciate you. And no, this is not propaganda. I don't come on here and pretend to be anything. Joel from the UK, love and appreciate you. Alligator Alcatraz is going around. Other states are taking that right now, by the way. Other states are adopting Alcatraz. All I'm saying, I got that clip right here. Other states are doing that. And when I take a look at that clip, now they're selling, I don't know about selling merchandise and all that for it. It's a little aggressive, I would say that. But as far as it goes from Alligator Alcatraz, we do have the clips. We do know that is in motion. The immigrants are arriving and things are happening. Some people love it. Some people hate it. But I will show that clip if people want to see it as we get ready to sign off the show. How do you guys feel about Alligator Alcatraz? Do you think that it's the right thing? Do you think it's a wrong thing? Like, do you think it's not fair? Do you think people are put in bad positions? I got this clip. Let's take a look at it if you haven't seen it.
Why are these AI alligators wearing ice hats? Trump attended the opening of Alligator Alcatraz, a new migrant detention center in Florida, on Tuesday afternoon. The facility sits on a subtropical wetland in the Everglades, teeming with alligators, crocodiles, and pythons to deter detainees from trying to escape.
It is isolated and surrounded by dangerous wildlife and unforgiving terrain.
Alligator Alcatraz will cost cost an estimated $450 million annually and could house around 5,000 people.
We have a lot of bodyguards and a lot of cops that are in the form of alligators. You don't have to pay them so much.
Though immigration advocates and indigenous groups have opposed the facility, many Florida Republicans have embraced it, and the state GOP is even selling merch.
Like I said, I don't know about the merch, but as far as, giving them this aggressiveness nature, they're probably like, okay, I got to deport myself here. I think the goal is to say, look, deport yourself. Like, that's the goal, right? And I don't think anybody, watching this is like, oh, I love this. Not many. Some people love it, right? But I'm just saying, a lot of people are like, you know what? We got to do what we got to do. So far today, 62% of people said they don't think that Trump will get another term. And by the way, this is shared all across New York today. This is shared in a lot of places. So we get people from all over the world. We don't just focus on Republicans or Democrats. We focus on everybody to come to the chat and give us live interaction. We greatly appreciate that. Danny with the jewels, we appreciate you so much. Thank you. We greatly appreciate you. And I will close those polls right now. You can see in the chat how many votes we had today. Over 1,400 votes came in at, it said Donald Trump for president 2028. They don't believe he will be reelected or be in the office. Some people say it's impossible, but I just gave you the reality is it is possible for him to be there, but not elected. But if J.D. Vance wins and he steps down, that's a possibility. People watching live right now, we are at 11 o'clock. We are a minute past time. I greatly appreciate you. If you guys have Facebook, if you guys have Instagram, do me a favor, okay? Do me a favor and go add me there. You can easily communicate with me on Facebook. We have an account that is going crazy, going viral, posts on there. Go take a look at Facebook. Go take a look at Instagram. This week, we have a lot of live calls. Tomorrow will be a day for live callers, open conversation. We're looking forward to seeing that. Danny, we appreciate you again. We appreciate you.
Make some noise!
What I'm saying is, the opportunity is there for Trump. Will he want to do that after a long 4 years again? Maybe, maybe not, but it is an opportunity. I love and appreciate everybody in here right now. If you're watching live, again, I don't care where you're from, Republican, Democrat, I appreciate you for joining the show, having conversation. I want to hear what you got to say, and I will read your messages if it pops up, something we could talk about. I would love to do that. All love to you beautiful people after the show. You're going to see the logo pop up on the screen. Make sure everybody, our moderators specifically, after I sign off right now, I'll give you 15 seconds, refresh your screen, go leave a message on this video. And if you have Instagram, add me on there, please. Brittany, greatly appreciate you. Jacoby, appreciate you. Amani, appreciate you. And Candy, drop the freaking thing in the chat. People can go give reviews. Listen, go on there. Jay Paul, we love and appreciate you. If you subscribe today, let us know. Leola, we appreciate you. Thanks for coming to our show today, having fun. We're live every day, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Remember, people in the chat, remember this, please. Remember this. I want all of you to understand something. Okay, I want you to understand something. We have an honest review so you can go do a review online. Google Brandon Mason Show Miami. When we get off today, Google Brandon Mason Show Miami, okay? And leave a review. If I'm giving it to you honest feedback. I'm not telling you on here that Trump is the best or everything. I'm just giving you the reality of what's happening. He told America he was going to do something. America voted for him because of that. And so he's there. And I'm giving you the understanding of if it's possible that he can actually become president again. Go on Google Brandon Mason Show. Once you do that, leave a review. I appreciate you. Lloyd, it was nothing against me. Nothing against you, obviously. I'm just giving you the honest feedback of what it says to become president again. All love to all you beautiful people in the chat. And I'll see all of you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. We will have some live guests coming on. Greatly, greatly appreciate all of you. Hunter, I see you in the chat. RB's in the building. We love and appreciate. I got to sign off now. I love every single one of you. And I will see you all tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And please go do a Google review. Brandon Mason Show. Type in Brandon Mason Show Miami. You'll see it pop up. All love to you. Diggs. Love all you have being in the chat, all moderators. I will see all of you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Take care.
Little bit more, because we have to continue to create the world that Dr. King dreamed about. Yesterday was also, yes, we do. It was also the day that Donald Trump was sworn in as the President of the United States.